Jones against Oklahoma and Winthrop.
Counts. Keeps these hitters off balance.
He was a little kid. This gets away from Hernandez, so Jones will reach. 2-out base runner. The first base runner for South Carolina since the 3rd inning. Credit Anderson with another strikeout. So he's got 7 now. But Jones reaches on the wild pitch.
Yeah, never a fun feeling as a catcher. I did have one time where I had a pitcher get 4 strikeouts in an inning because I made a mistake behind the plate, and he actually thanked me afterwards, so that felt good. That was a tough pitch to block right there. A hard, sharp breaking ball. It's going to kick back the other way and just kicked off Hernandez.
Oh, that's well hit by Carrion. A 2-out base hit for Jordan Carrion as Jones motors into 3rd. Maybe a 2-out rally brewing for South Carolina.
Let's see if the Gamecocks can capitalize here on the should have been the end of the inning. Able to reach base via the strikeout. Carrion laces a single to center field. Jones able to get to 3rd easily on that ball shaded towards left field. Hollins has had some big swings for the Gamecocks this year.
We have a meeting on the mound for LSU. Got the strikeout of Jones, but then the wild pitch, so he reached, and that's the break that South Carolina needs. Pulmonary talked about it in his post-game last night. He said we've had a lot of tough breaks, you know, some of it our own doing. And Jared Jones makes that unbelievable play last night, and thought it was going to be another situation like that. Baseball's a hard game. It's hard to win college baseball games. Breaks haven't really gone their way this season.
They've had some close games against top competition too. They've gotten beat pretty handily a couple of times as well, but it was really nice to watch and see them finally get that big breakthrough moment and take down the #1 team last night in an exciting game.
Coach Mary said these kids, they just deserve to have something good happen to them. It's a very exciting night for South Carolina, for our players, our staff. I'm glad the fans got to enjoy a really good win as well. Can they come from behind here against arguably the top pitcher in the country, or one of, in Cade Anderson? Runners at the corners, 2 down. Bo Hollins is 0 for 2, but he's been robbed twice. Once by Michael Braswell in the 2nd. Chris Stanfield robbed him in the 4th. Could easily be 2 for 2. Counts 1-1. Jones leads off 3rd. Carrion leads off 1st. One and 2 the count. Bo Hollins won the midweek game on Tuesday with a 3-run double to give South Carolina a 6-5 lead in the 8th against Winthrop. Had some really nice moments in his freshman season. And pitch is up high. Five homers this season for Hollins, all in SEC play. One against Auburn last weekend. Cade Anderson gets another strikeout, and South Carolina will leave 2. Fry, like Anderson said, it was just a dream to play for LSU, to wear the purple and gold. not just living the dream, but excelling this season.
Yeah, it's one thing to want to do it. The guys have come in and performed exceptionally well.
Three and one the count. Jones pitched a scoreless sixth. Stranded 2. Battling back, the count is full. Jones strikes out Fry. One down here in the 7th. Second strikeout for Caleb Jones.
Great job right there from Jones. Fell behind 3-0. Just kept climbing a little bit higher and a little bit higher. Able to get Fry to chase up above the strike zone there for the first out.
Brings up Luis Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 2 with an RBI. Swings the first pitch, grounds it foul. Flat to center field in the first, grounded out in the 3rd. Sac fly his last time up, that was in the 5th. Transfer from Indiana State. Popped up, foul territory. Hollins and Braylon, this will be Hollins. 2 down. Caleb Jones for a 1-2-3 top of the 7th. Josh Pearson at the plate. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd, grounded out in the 3rd. Sac bunt for an RBI in the 5th. 1-0 the count. Six homers on the season for Pearson. Last homer on April 22nd. Someone who's always risen to the occasion in the postseason, named to an NCAA regional team every season at LSU. Hattiesburg in 2022, Baton Rouge in 2023, and Chapel Hill in 2024. He played such a pivotal role in that 2023 national championship, starting all 13 games in left field. That 2-run homer against Florida in Game 3 of the finals.
Yeah, Pearson's a guy. Every good team, every championship team has to have a guy like him. Maybe not the loudest tools in the world, but just a winner. A guy you can always count on to do the right thing, and we've seen it here tonight. Got hit by a pitch, had a safety squeeze, RBI. You mentioned all the postseason success. The senior and the
on senior night. Pearson, one of them for LSU. Plays such an important role, not just in their performance, but also as leaders.
Oh, yeah.
Two and one the count on Josh Pearson. From a baseball family. His older brother Jacob was drafted by the Angels in the 3rd round, the 2017 draft. And his younger brother John, of course, is a freshman on this LSU team. Rips that past Hollins and down the line. Pearson will stop at 2nd with a 2-out double.
Pearson smokes this ball right here. It's a fastball, inner half of the plate. Simple swing, not much of a big stride or load with the hands. Just takes the barrel to the ball and shoots it down the right field line.
So now an opportunity to add to the lead. 2-out RBI opportunity upcoming for Stephen Milam, but he may not face Caleb Jones. Here comes Coach Maneri. Milam, a switch hitter. They'll bring in a left-hander in Matthew Becker. We'll take a break. New pitcher on the mound for the Gamecocks. Senior left-hander pitching on senior night. This is Matthew Becker.
Yeah, Becker, one of the more prolific strikeout pitchers in the SEC. He'll be upper 80s to low 90s with a fastball. Big breaking ball, mixing in a changeup this year as well. Gonna look to keep this a 5-1 game here with 2 outs in the 7th.
Stephen Milam at the plate. Josh Pearson, the base runner, at second. Milam's 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked in the 2nd, flew out to right field in the 3rd, and grounded out his last time up. That was in the 5th. Takes a strike. Milam, a New Mexico native, following the footsteps of another legendary Tiger from New Mexico, Alex Bregman.
That turned out all right.
They said that was his role model. Bregman had a huge influence on him growing up. '61 strikeouts and 45 innings for Becker this season. 260, Grayson, in his career, and only 186 innings.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been a strikeout artist.
Ridiculous. His biggest problem throughout his career is just the walks. Those walks will kill you, but there's no questioning that he can strike guys out.
1-2 the count on Milam. Becker got the final out in the 9th last night and earned the win. Tossed a 1/3 of an inning. 1 1/3 last Friday at Auburn. He did not go. So the count is full. 5-1 LSU here in the top of the 7th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pearson leads off second. Milam gets a piece to stay alive. Matthew Becker's been Mr. Versatility in his South Carolina career. Seen him start, seen him close. Pitch big innings in middle relief.
Seen him do a little bit of everything throughout his 4 years.
Opportunity to battle against the #1 team in the country here on senior night. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming to Stephen Milam. Popped up, foul territory. Brayland gets around home plate umpire Danny Cricks, but ball's out of play.
Milam giving him a really good battle here. Tough guy to strike out. Only 21 strikeouts this year to 26 walks. Really good bat-to-ball skills.
He crushed South Carolina at Hoover last year. Went 7 for 11 with 4 driven in those 2 games. Ooh. Gonna do some damage here. Grounds it to third. Scobie gobbles it up, fires to first. And LSU will leave one. Time to stretch here at Founders Park. The Tigers lead the Gamecocks 5-1. Damage in the third and is responsible for their 1 run.
Yeah, if they can find a way to put together some good at-bats here off Anderson, put some runners out on the bases, turn the order over.
Anderson off the mound, spins, fires, and throws out Stone. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Stone's been swinging early all night. Doesn't stray from his approach right there. Just beats that one right into the ground.
Anderson now 90 pitches, 61 for strikes. KJ Scobie, one of the Gamecocks' 4 hits. It was a double back in the third, scored a run. Nine multi-hit games in the season for KJ Scobie, looking for a 10th here. Fouls it back. Freshman is 2nd on the team in homers. Speed for a strike, 1-2 the count.
There's that big, slower breaking ball. Kind of throws it back door right there.
Called strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Cade Anderson.
You can see Anderson shaking his head right there. That's not at all where he wanted to throw that changeup. He's trying to go down and away. Sometimes you get away with those right there. KJ is not able to swing the bat. Starting to throw that changeup a little bit more. Didn't do it a whole lot the first 2 times through the order. Got Hollins with it and got Scobie with it right there.
Anderson, I mentioned earlier, has 4 straight starts with double-digit strikeouts, 8 this season. He's 1 away from a 9th and a 5th straight. Pinch hitter for the Gamecocks is Dalton Mayshore, pinch hitting for Gavin Brayland. He's quickly behind 0-2. Senior from Eagle, Idaho. 243, a couple homers and 10 runs batted in. Mayshore, St. Mary's transfer. Pinch ran, scored the winning run on a wild pitch last night. Anderson thought he had strikeout number 10.
That was a good pitch, but that was a good take from Mayshore. That ball's off the plate. 1-2 count. That's about where you want it if you're Anderson. Try and get a chase.
Now the count is run full. Next pitch will be his 100th. Mayshore hitting .313 in SEC play, .436 on base percentage. And he'll reach again. .100th pitch for Cade Anderson gives South Carolina a 2-out base runner. Brings up Blake Jackson. No contact night so far for Jackson. Struck out in the first, walked in the third, struck out in the fifth.
Come on, Blake.
1-1 the count on Jackson. He will make you work, Grayson, as Anderson is over 100 at 102 now.
Jackson will see some pitches up there, there's no doubt. Gotta think this is potentially Anderson's last hitter. Hernandez, a leader on this team, going out and telling him finish this inning off.
There's the action in the bullpen for LSU, a right-hander and a left-hander getting loose. Blake Jackson looking to do some damage on senior night. First to check on Mayshore.
Good.
2-1 the count. Jackson, well-traveled guy. Began his career in the SEC at Missouri. Only 4 games for Missouri in 2020 in the COVID-shortened season. Went the junior college route and over to Charlotte for a couple of seasons. In his second season now with South Carolina. He's an older senior, a veteran up there at the plate. He's ahead in the count, 3-1.
Anderson's been a little wild right there. You see Hernandez tapping that opposite shoulder. Missed on Mayshore in with the fastball to the glove side, and missed right there to Jackson to the glove side as well. Just pulling off a hair. Jackson scooting way up in the box.
I'm gonna check on Mayshore. Mayshore has good speed. He's 6 for 8 on the season in stolen base opportunities.
Jackson might show a fake bunt here, trying to mess with him. Anything to keep this inning going.
4, Grayson. They're pretty concerned with the runner over there.
I know.
Now the count is full. 105 pitches for Cade Anderson. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Mayshore leads off first. He's on the move, and it's ball 4. Jackson walks for the 2nd time tonight. Grayson just continues to get on base about half the time.
Yeah, good at bat right there, got to a full count. Anderson's lost a little control here in the 7th. See what LSU wants to do here, if they're going to stick with their guy. Looks like they might be, yep.
Pitch to the right-handed hitting Nathan Hall. Or maybe not. Here comes Coach Johnson. Anderson has been excellent tonight. He's gone 6 2/3 so far. Just 1 run on 4 hits. He's responsible for the runners at first and second. We'll take a break. I'll tell you about the new LSU pitcher when we come back.
Tired in the 7th. Pitch count got up over 100, but did a phenomenal job limiting this Carolina offense.
Does stop the streak of consecutive starts with double-digit Ks, but 9 a big number.
9. Just one short.
He exits with a 5-1 lead. He's responsible for the runners at first and second. A couple of walks issued to Dalton Mayshore, who pinch hit for Gavin Brayland, and then Blake Jackson. 2 on, 2 down for the Gamecocks. A new pitcher on the mound for LSU. As you look at the line for Cade Anderson on the bases. This is Kason Evans.
LSU has the rare luxury of 2 closers. Zach Cowan with 6 saves, Evans as well. Evans just a freshman, up to 99 with the fastball and a plus changeup in the mid-80s, but this guy is going to be a superstar. He's already a massive impact in this bullpen, but he's going to be a superstar in this league just as a freshman.
Opponents hitting .231 against him so far this season. Nathan Hall at the plate for South Carolina. 96 misses. 1-1 the count. Hall's 1 for 3, singled and stole a base in the first, reach on a fielder's choice in the third. Flew out to center field his last time up in the 6th. That's ripped foul. Hall has good power, 7 homers in the season. Last one was April 22nd against North Florida. Mayshore leads off second, Jackson off first. Good speed on the bases for the Gamecocks. That's hit out to left field. On the run is Curiel. Unable to make the play in the corner. And we lose sight of it for a moment, Grayson, from our vantage point.
I can see a little bit from my seat. It looks like he made. Their big boppers have provided a lot of the production here tonight. That's all Cade Anderson needed through his 6 2/3 innings.
Here's a matchup of former teammates who came in, Grayson, the same class. Matthew Becker and Michael Braswell. Obviously know each other well. High fly ball right center field. Stone makes the play, 1 down.
Those 2 guys face each other quite a bit in the falls.
There is a defensive change to tell you about for South Carolina, because Dalton Mayshore pinch hit for Gavin Brayland in the 7th. It's now Max Coffer behind the plate. That one is over the head of Coffer. Been a rotation this season at the catching position for South Carolina. Wasn't expected to be. Talmadge Lecroy expected to be the guy for most of the season. Got hurt early on.
Yeah, I'd say of all the positions, that's the one where if you have an unexpected injury, it's the toughest to recover from, because you go into a season with your guy back there, expecting him to catch probably all 3 games every weekend. Brayland's really kind of taken the starting job and taken hold of it the second half of the year. Coach Mary's going to come out and argue this pitch clock violation.
There's a big ball 3 charge to Matthew Becker. Coach Mary's not pleased.
Been some earpiece problems. Coffers had to put down the old school hand signals multiple times this at bat, so they're going to change it out.
Down the old school hand signals, looking like
So
Grayson Griner behind the plate. That's what you had to do.
Yeah, so tough.
As they fix the equipment issue here, let's talk about the SEC tournament coming up. Hoover, great college baseball tournament, May 20th to 25th. Everyone's in this season, 16 teams. LSU trying to be one of those top 4 seeds to receive that double bye. It's so important. 5 through 8 get a single bye. And for South Carolina, it's their path, you know, if we're being honest, to get to the postseason, to get to a regional. They're going to have to win in Hoover and go the distance.
Yeah, they know what they have to do. They know their seed. Take them getting hot down in Hoover.
It's a 4-pitch walk to Stanfield. Only, what, 3 pitches were thrown.
Stanfield, 3 walks his last 3 at bats. Stole a base as well in the 6th. Stanfield, LSU's leading hitter in SEC games this season. But it's the on-base percentage. It's climbing tonight for Stanfield. Had a couple solid years at Auburn. Hit for a little more power at Auburn, but a higher average this season at LSU. 4 homers last year with Auburn, 3 as a freshman. None for the Tigers this season, but he was a 276 hitter, 280 hitter with the Auburn Tigers, hitting over 300 with LSU. He's come over, fit very nicely in this lineup, and a stalwart out in center field. Staff raves about his defense out there.
Curiel at the plate. Looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 4. He's been an SEC Freshman of the Week a couple of times this season. Fouls that back. Big-time recruit. Number 6 outfielder, number 10 player in the nation by perfect game for the class of 2024. 4-time high school All-American. Derek Curiel. Drives that out to left field. Jackson makes the play on the track. 2 down. Well hit by Curiel. A long out, and here's Jared Jones, who's not been retired tonight. Been on base 4 times. Walked in the 1st, homered in the 3rd, singled and scored a run in the 5th, walked again in the 6th. Talk about those 28 homers last season. Grayson, he was also 2nd in the SEC in walks. How do you pitch to someone who walks often and hits it out when you throw it over the plate?
I don't know. He had a special year last year. Sometimes with guys like that, when they're locked in, you just hope and pray.
He drives that deep to center field. Jared Jones, goodbye. A multi-homer game. A solo shot in the 3rd, a 2-run shot here in the 8th. Right for Dickinson. Single, a couple of walks, 2 runs scored. And it's off the glove of Kazmar. So he reaches with 2 down. 4th time on base tonight for Daniel Dickinson. Ruled a hit. Multi-hit game for the LSU second baseman. Fry has a multi-hit game as well. He's 3 for 4. Singled in the 1st, 2-run homer in the 3rd, singled in the 5th. He struck out his last time up in the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, this 2, 3, 4 in the order. Got 7, all 7, or no? Yeah.
All the runs, yeah.
Yeah, all the runs here tonight. Jared Jones reaching base all 5 times, 2 home runs. Dickinson, a couple runs scored.
That's fell back.
Execute right here, let's go.
So Becker has gotten ahead. He was ahead of Jones and Dickinson. See if he can put away Fry here. Runner on first, 2 down. Called strike 3. Becker gets Ethan Fry looking. The 2-run homer from Jared Jones, his 2nd home run of the game. And the Gamecocks will try to fight back. Trailing by 6 here in the bottom of the 8th. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Kazmar, Kennedy Jones, and Jordan Carolinaa. Kazmar looking for his first hit of the night. And a multi-hit game last night. He was in the post-game press conference after his performance, helping to beat #1 LSU. He was asked about going up against #1 Grayson. He said, our opponents really don't matter. We're playing against the game, doing everything we can control, right? Just making the plays, trying to get the big hits going. Doesn't really matter who we're playing. Fastball's a fastball, grounder is a grounder. That's lined up the middle for a base hit for Kazmar. He said it doesn't matter who the opponent is. I feel like we just took that to hand and got the win.
Yeah, you don't ever want to give your opponent too much credit. You just want to play your game. It's more of a one-on-one battle with you and the pitcher, you and the baseball. Try and treat each game the same, but when you see that #1 next to their name, it gives you a little added juice as well.
Well, he won that battle against Evans. Leadoff single here in the 8th. This is Kennedy Jones. Jones is 0 for 3. Had a tough time with Cade Anderson. First at bat against Evans. Check swing foul. Kazmar heads back to first. Jones honored before the game. First 2 seasons at UNCG, put up monster numbers there. He was a freshman All-American, 2022. First team All-Conference 2023. His 2nd season with the Gamecocks. Sort of been in and out of the lineup this season, Grayson. No starts at Auburn last weekend and started all 3 games the weekend prior against Florida.
It's been a little bit of a,
Jones will trot down to first. Looks to be fine.
like, I don't know what that was from Evans.
The ruling on the field is a hit by pitch. LSU is challenging that ruling. The previous play is under review.
Hernandez was pointing to the bat.
To the bat?
I thought Hernandez was pointing to the bat, saying that the bat touched it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be able to be slowed down enough to get a real clear view.
As it stands right now, it's first and second, nobody out. Call on the field is hit by pitch. We'll take another look.
See if we see anything here. No, it's not the bat.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
the helmet.
You can see it right there.
Yeah.
Should be a fairly expeditious review.
Well, South Carolina, not a lot of hits tonight, Grayson, just 5, but they've had their opportunities of late. A couple of guys on in the 7th. Now they've got 2 on in the 8th, nobody out.
They have.
After review, the batter was hit by the pitch. LSU is charged with their first challenge of the game.
Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here, Dave. Jace Woida.
Yeah, he'll pinch hit for Jordan Carrion. Which means we'll have a defensive change at second base and top of the 9th as well. Woid is the team's leading hitter in SEC play, a .345 average in conference games, .471 on base percentage. Had a pinch hit triple in the 9th last night. Was lifted for a pinch runner, and that was the winning run. It was his first triple of the season. Kazmar was over at second, was joking about it in the postgame, saying, you know, he was hauling around the bases. He said, I heard a couple of guys in the dugout say, unhook the trailer. But we're all happy he got there. Said, I thought I was going to leave the yard at the start and just stayed fair, and they're all fortunate he was able to hustle that triple out.
He was fired up when he got to third base, too.
One and 2 the count on Woida.
I expect at some point here we'll see that plus change up from Evans with the lefty up.
Just like balloons on an old man's house. Up.
6 homers in the season for Jace Woida. It's good power, especially the other way.
That's where most of them have been.
Grounded to second. Dickinson on the backhand to second for 1 on a first. A nicely turned double play. 4-6-3. 2 down here in the 8th. Kazmar advances to third.
Yeah, you felt like that was maybe a chance for South Carolina to get back into this game, but good execution right there. All the way around the pitch. And the middle infielders turning that double play on Woida.
Dickinson and Milam, so smooth.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy play, but Dickinson knows his internal clock, knew what kind of time he had.
It's a runner on third and 2 down for Bo Hollins. Hollins looking for his first hit of the night. Robbed of a hit twice, once in the 2nd and once in the 4th, and he struck out in the 6th. Average at .298, 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. 2-out RBI opportunity here. Kazmar on third. 3-0 the count on Hollins. Here's a strike. 95 from Evans. It's ball 4. Another base runner for South Carolina. Runners at the corners, 2 down. opportunity for the senior on senior night. Evan Stone. Here comes Coach Johnson. In a hurry this time.
Yeah, him jogging makes me think he's just going to talk to him. I don't think he's making a change here at all. Evan's having a great freshman campaign with a ERA right around 2, 3-1 record, 6 saves out of this Tiger bullpen.
Trying to pitch a scoreless bottom of the 8th. It was aided by a 4-6-3 double play earlier. 2 on once again for South Carolina. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Foul back. Stone continuing that aggressive approach tonight.
Yeah, that's 4 for 4, swinging at the first pitch.
4 homers on the season for Evan Stone. 1 at Auburn last weekend. The others at Texas A&M, the Citadel, and a grand slam here against Morehead State. Has a perfect fielding percentage this season. Not a surprise. He's been a terrific defender his entire career for South Carolina.
Absolutely. He's been one of the best defensive outfielders for this team the last 4 years.
Playing right field tonight, but true center field skills. Kazmar leads off third, Hollins off first. 2-2 the count. That's pulled to left. Curiel will track it down. And South Carolina. Those are his numbers. Hasn't pitched a lot. Missed 2023 with an injury. Had Tommy John, redshirted that year. Began his career at Notre Dame. Pitched there in 2022. 17 appearances out of the pen for the Irish and helped them get to the College World Series. He'll deal with 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Starting with Luis Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 3 tonight. Did have a sac fly in the 5th. Another equipment malfunction, Grayson.
There's been a little bit more of that tonight than South Carolina would like. Kimball saying just put the fingers down. Yep.
Hernandez shoots that out to left. Jackson's there. It's 1 down. Remember, Jordan Carrion was lifted for a pinch hitter at the bottom of the 8th, Jace Woida. So the new second baseman for South Carolina is Will Tippett. He takes over in the field in the top of the 9th. And we have a pinch hitter for LSU. Jake Brown, sophomore from Louisiana, will pinch hit for Josh Pearson. Greets Kimball rudely. That's headed towards the corner. Brown with a one-out double here in the 9th.
Brown right off the bench. Guy that's got a ton of time this year for LSU. 133 at-bats coming into tonight. 1 pitch, 1 double for Brown.
Brown was 1 for 2. The run scored in last night's game. Pinch hit and played right field. Had a really good series last weekend against Arkansas. He's 5 for 8. The big day was Saturday. Went 3 for 4 with 5 driven in. Homer twice. First multi-homer game. Career high 5 runs batted in. He's on second with 1 down. Stephen Milam at the plate. Ball 1 to Milam. Looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Walks back in the 2nd. Since then, he's flown out to right field and grounded out a couple of times. That pitch way outside. Allow Brown to advance to 3rd. So he's 90 feet closer. 2-0 the count. An RBI opportunity for Milam. Three and 0. Milam had that great postseason as a freshman last year. Made the all-tournament team, the all-regional team. Couple big walk-offs. Works a walk here. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Offer out to have a chat with Kimball. Here comes Coach Rooney as well. Kimball, Grayson, always just a bright guy, analytical guy. Key to his success has always been command, right?
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes as a baseball player, you can get in your own head. It's tough to trust your stuff, especially coming off an injury. Had the big injury in 2023. Was counted on a good bit last year, as you mentioned. Got 8 starts, 15 appearances. Stuff's always been pretty good. Low to mid 90s with the fastball and some breaking stuff, but the command has always been the one thing that hasn't always been there for Kimball.
He's a New York guy, but with South Carolina links. He attended P27 Academy in Lexington. Braswell, one attempt is foul. Former South Carolina Gamecock, 255 as a sophomore here, 284 as a freshman. Began his career as a two-way player for South Carolina, made the SEC All-Freshman team. Pushes that to Hollins, makes the throws to first because I guess he missed the tag.
Yeah, he missed him on the first try. Hollins was kind of in between of going home. Again, that safety squeeze is almost impossible to defend if you just bunt it up the first base line.
Sack bunt RBI for Braswell as Brown scores the 8th run for LSU.
Base runner's just reading it. All he's got to do is read the angle that way, and it's a run just about every time.
Well, they've done it every way tonight, Grayson. The 3 homers, plus the 2 sack bunt RBIs and a sack fly.
Yeah, they've looked really good top to bottom, especially those 2, 3, 4 hitters, and looks like we're going to see a pitching change here.
We'll bring in Cooper Parks. We'll take a break. LSU leads South Carolina. Milam is your runner at second. 2 down, 1 already in here in the top of the 9th for LSU. They lead 8-1. Parks gets ahead 1-2. Parks went 1 1/3 last Thursday at Auburn, which was his first outing since April 11th at Texas A&M. Hasn't pitched much this season. Count evens at 2-2. Parks, a really good two-way player in high school. Comprehensive high school. Got a brother who's playing in the Reds organization. Hunter pitching at AA Chattanooga. Grounded to first. Will it stay fair? Yes. Holland steps on the bag, retires Larson. Closes out the top of the 9th. Last chance for South Carolina when we come back. They trail. Anderson was dominant on the mound. They put up runs, a bunch of different innings, 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th.
Yeah, it's been a clean game all the way around. Good defensive plays as well. I think of Braswell and Stanfield making some diving plays as LSU brings in Grant Fontenot Jr. from Lafayette, Louisiana, to close this one out.
Fontenot making a 6th appearance. Surrendered just 1 hit this season. KJ Scobie is 1 for 3. The hit was a double in the 3rd, scored a run, the only run of the game for South Carolina. Came on an RBI single from Gavin Brayland. That's pop foul. Scobie had that huge home run last night to tie the game. They asked him about it in the postgame, what he was looking for. He said, honestly, I was sitting on the changeup because I kind of assumed it was coming. He was throwing it a lot on the first pitch. I just took a good swing on it and was able to get it out.
Yeah, that's Cowan's go-to pitch, especially in 1-run games with nobody on. Just pick a pitch, sit on it. If you get it, don't miss it. He certainly didn't.
Despite the loss, losing right now 8-1 here in the bottom of the 9th, still opening up that series with a win against #1, a confidence builder, especially going into the SEC tournament this week in Hoover. Ground ball to short. Milam, strong throw, gets Scobie. 1 down. First at bat of the game upcoming for Max Coffer. Took over in the field in the top of the 8th. junior from Medford, New Jersey, Texas A&M transfer. 1 home run on the season for Coffert. It's his 23rd game of the season. Saw some action off the bench in the midweek win against Winthrop on Tuesday. Played in both games of the doubleheader last weekend at Auburn, started one, which was his first start since April 10th against his former team, A&M. Part of that catching rotation this season. He and Bakes and Brayland, after Lee Croy went down, a position you, of all people, should know, Grayson, just can never have enough catchers because of all the instances where they take a foul ball.
Yeah, you hope you never have to use too many, but instances like this season for the Gamecocks, helps to have some depth at that position, and all those guys have gotten some opportunities here in 2025.
Lee Croy doing some coaching right now.
Yeah, he's been out for a while, and we've seen him over in that first base box quite a bit. These catchers tend to make good coaches.
Senior leader on this team is another Blake Jackson. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Chopped up the middle. Milam is there. Throws out the speedy Jackson into 1-2-3 ninth for Fontenot. LSU defeats South Carolina 8-1. 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Tigers. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors.